Okay, so today's team call, obviously, Brad's gone on vacation already. He's in Miami before going on the Success Club cruise. And so he asked Aaron and I to kind of run this team call, and it's going to be a little bit different. So we don't have any guest speakers, but we do have some kind of exciting news and a new opportunity for you guys. So we're really excited to share that we've been putting together. And it's going to be a little bit of a shorter team call. So like we'll just kind of spell out what that new opportunity is and how it works and our experiences with it. And then just kind of leave it open for questions, or if anyone has like questions related to their business too, I guess it would be a good time to ask everyone that as well. So first, I guess we should, my cat's trying to climb me. First, I guess we should start with announcements and everything, just like in the online office. And also, there's a really important post that Brad did about like 10 minutes ago. So he's traveling, and that's how important it was that he get that to us. And it's from Jeff Hill from corporate, and they're basically changing some of the rules for Success Club trips in the future, and kind of a little bit of the qualifications for Elite and Premier. So you'll definitely want to check those out. It's on the Reach Nation page, and those are really important. We're all business owners, and even if you're brand new and you're like, oh gosh, that seems like so far away, 2018 Success Club trip, or Elite, I don't even know what that means. Just take a look at it and know that these things exist, and also know that they're totally possible for you to get to and achieve and have them be applicable to you right away. So go check those out. Aaron, do you have the back office open right now? So you want to run through like announcements really quick?
Sure. Okay, so we're a week into March, obviously, and so you guys should know 22 Hardcore released, and it's a challenge pack sale, which is like, they have a really good deal on it with the sand bag and Shakeology and the program for only $140. And PIO and 3-day refresh are on challenge pack sales too. Our group, our 22 Hardcore group, starts the 21st. So you still have plenty of time to find people that want to do the group with us and get them ordered so they'll get their stuff in time. And we are looking for a few coaches to step up and run that test group. We're going to run it on Facebook. That way we all can add our challengers. So if you're interested and ready to step outside your comfort zone a little bit and try to run one of these challenge groups, we'll be in there to help. But it's a really amazing learning opportunity and a way to kind of start taking that step in your business and getting some of those skills and showing your team that you're leading. So it's an awesome opportunity. If you're interested in that, maybe I'll post on the group page later asking for some people to run it. So that is coming up. Like Laura said, those updates for 2018 were posted. My computer's freezing. Oh, 3-day refresh. Not the challenge pack, but just the program. They're running a sale right now. The basic program, I think, is $5 off, and the deluxe program, deluxe, is that what they call it? The basic kit that doesn't come with the Shakeology basically is like $5 off. The box that comes with the Shakeology packets, I think, is $10 off, starting today for the rest of the month. So I will be hitting up that sale because I love the 3-day refresh, especially post-cruise. So if anybody wants to do that with me or share it with your challengers, that's a really good deal. I think those are the big ones. Laura, can you think of anything else?
No, I was just thinking of the 3-day refresh, and like you said, it's not the challenge pack, even though the challenge pack is on sale this month too. It's still $140 for the 3-day refresh and Shakeology. But also, I mean, sometimes customers just want to try the refresh, and that's okay. And obviously for us, I love discounts, so that'll be great. Yeah, that's all I can really think of for the back office stuff. So next, recognition. I will, someone's posting links. Erin, okay. I will start it off and then open up to everyone else. I want to give a shout out to Carolina because she's been doing like a 180 in her business and like really, really working hard on helping others and getting out of her comfort zone and asking them to come over to her house to try Shakeology recipes and workouts. And I'm just so excited for her because she's been a coach for a little bit now. And as you know, it's kind of like, is that your son waving? Or daughter waving? I can't tell. They're in the shadow. Hello. So I just think that she's been doing an awesome job getting out of her comfort zone. And it's like, I'm definitely noticing it and just want you to keep it up. Yeah. Who else? Just unmute yourself or Erin's got the buttons.
I'll unmute myself. I know how to do it. Okay, I gotta give a huge shout out to my girl Michelle right now. First of all, she's on the team call tonight, and I'm super excited that she's on her first team call. Also, she's going to pop Emerald tomorrow, so that's super exciting. So yeah, she just started coaching like late last month after she got done with her own challenge, and yeah, she's been killing it so far. So I'm super proud of her. She's going to pop Emerald tomorrow. I'm so happy.
It is awesome. Congrats, Michelle. And yeah, your results have been killer so far. So keep that up too. Anybody else? Recognition. No?
I'm going to shout out Sarah stepped you might have seen her post on the team page earlier this week, but stepped way outside of her comfort zone to invite people to the business. And Tiffany's still plugging in a bunch of people to the business. And so I'm really excited because that's obviously what we have to do. And it's one of the hardest parts of our job is to invite people to coaching. But you never know who's going to be interested and who's going to rock at this opportunity. So you definitely don't want to cheat anybody out of the opportunity by not inviting them. So way to go, Sarah. That's awesome. Woo.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely, for me, the hardest part. So the more you can just get out of your comfort zone and do it, the better. Speaking of inviting to coaching, also, the brand's running another open house for this month. I think it started this week, but it's going to be open. So if anybody, has any prospects or anything, add them to that group. If you're not part of the group, search for it. I'm pretty sure you posted it in Reach Nation. If you can't find it, let your coach know. But just request to be added, and someone will add you. So that's a really, really great opportunity to just send someone for info and talk with them after they've been through it all. Okay, so I guess now we can kind of drop the bomb on what our big plan is. So we're really excited because this is something that's actually made a huge impact on our businesses around this time last year. And this is when I was pushing for Diamond, and so was Erin, and Kat was a new coach with me, and she ended up doing, being kind of pushing for Diamond around the same time that I was, which was really fun. And we thought, well, with Summit coming up and needing to basically hit certain dates, we wanted to get running right now, especially with, new product launches, and there's all kinds of great deals. And we want to run a Push for Diamond group. So this is a group for us coaches to get together and basically hold each other accountable and, of course, try to win a prize. So there's going to be qualifications, but the main idea is there is a buy-in. So you're putting skin in the game. You're putting yourself accountable, like, yes, I'm going to go for this. Now everyone buys in the same amount, and then whoever hits the qualifications that we'll talk about tonight, whoever hits those, you all split the pot at the end. If it's just one person, that person takes all the money. So not only are you motivated by the prize money, or maybe you're motivated by you don't want to lose your buy-in, or maybe you're motivated by you just want to hit and get business on it. Like, this is such an awesome opportunity. Like, I kid you not, I didn't win the money when I did this group before in the past. I was one coach away from getting it, but I still hit diamond, and that was like amazing. I hit it right before Summit, and I was so excited to be able to go into Summit and be like, oh, I have a diamond, like, in introducing myself to people. So it's totally worth it. Like, it kind of makes you just decide that you're going to do it. And once you decide you're going to do it, you just make it happen. It's unbelievable. Like, my business blew up from just being a part of this group and having a bunch of people pushing towards the same goal as me. So we came up with kind of the qualifications for getting it. And the timeline is it's going to start on 3/21. So the same date that we're starting the 22 hardcore group, which is actually really nice because you'll know that being a product of the product, that's one of the 3 vital behaviors. That's something that's going to be important for the Push to Diamond group, because if you're the product of the product, you have a better shot of, getting people interested, and you know what you're talking about, and you're feeling great, and it shows through all your conversations. So that's going to be really awesome that they're going to coincide. And Erin, I'm trying to bring up the list. Do you want to go over the qualifications first? Because Erin, Brad, myself, and Kat are right now planning on, running it for you guys. And it's basically just going to be like a huge accountability group. There's not going to be like extra homework or something. It's not really designed to be a training group. It really is to be tips from us as we think of them to help you, and then also just calling you out. Like, did you do your 3 vital behaviors today? Did you do your power hour? And did you do your personal development? Like, all of these things, we're going to be, holding you to them, because when you do those things, hitting the qualifications is no big deal. It's a byproduct of being held accountable to the vital behaviors. So that's what's awesome about it. And then before you know it, you're hitting diamond, and you're like, oh, that wasn't a big deal at all. So this push group is going to be amazing if that is how you see your business going forward in the future. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to totally agree with everything she just said. So, like, I think sometimes we build these ranks up in our head. And it's not really so much about rank as much as it is building your business and like going after your why. But it's all a mindset. And like, this group puts you in that mindset of, I can do this, and I'm going to do this. And all these other coaches have done this. It's not impossible. And it gets you like in that mindset of actually going for it and getting the excuses out of the way, or overcoming some obstacles. And we're going to be in there pushing with you. And so we may already be diamond, but we're going to be pushing for our next rank or growth too. And so it's kind of cool because we know how much more accountability helps with our fitness, and it's huge in our business too. So like, I'm super excited because like Laura said last year, it forced me to take it seriously and get it done. And that's sometimes that's all you need. Really, it's all you need is someone like giving you that little push, because you guys are all completely capable of doing this and getting some money. So, okay, the qualifications. It's actually really simple. And like Laura said, like if you just do the vital behaviors and stick with it, these are going to be a cakewalk. But so we start the 21st, and it's a month long. So in order to win the pot of gold, You have to be a paid diamond by 4/20. So the end of the month, be a diamond rank, be a paid diamond rank. The second qualification is having one newly rank advanced emerald coach. So in 1 month, all you have to do is have one more person advanced to emerald. You need 2 emeralds for diamond, but we're only requiring 1 new one. So for some of you that already have an emerald under you, you'll need 1 more. And that, again, that's not hard to do. Once you start getting an emerald, it's kind of like after you sell your first challenge pack, you kind of get it, and then it gets easier. The third qualification is just being in Success Club each month throughout your qualification period. So March and then April and May, which we're doing anyway. It's a basic benchmark of our business. So you guys are already going to be doing that to grow your business. And then holding your diamond for 6 weeks. And we're going to carry through with you guys. So the actual group action is a month, but we're going to follow with you through those 6 weeks to help you maintain your diamond and continue building. That way you feel that confidence of okay, I achieved it and I'm continuing to move forward. This is just a stepping stone for my business to boom. And we're going to stick with you as you transition and continue to build after you hit diamond. So it's a month-long challenge, and you can win money for that month-long challenge, but it's more than that. This is moving your business forward, and we're going to be there along that process with you.
Yeah. So again, speaking from experience, hitting diamond can be you can feel oh yes, I finally did it, and you're so excited, and you feel oh, I can take a breath now a little bit, I got to this goal that I had. And it is so easy to slow down, and that is not what you want to do, because when you have this kind of momentum, you want to keep it going. So that's kind of why one of the requirements for this group for winning the pot is to hold your diamond for 6 consecutive weeks. So the breakdown is be a diamond by 4/20. 4/20 is a Wednesday. So I'm going to say, since we had said be a paid diamond rank, I'm going to say that you'll be paid diamond rank on 4/21. So that will start your 6 weeks minimum. If you start your 6 weeks beforehand, that still counts. Okay, you can start it early. But you have to hold diamond for 6 consecutive weeks between the start date of the group and June 1st. Okay? And that's going to help you huge, because also not only holding diamond rank really just means you're still hitting Success Club. So don't let that really scare you. It really just means you're continuing to do your vital behaviors even after you hit it. Because if you hit Success Club and you add 3 more coaches, even if they're discount coaches, in general, it's proven that that's going to keep your business growing, and that you should be able to keep your diamond rank. Okay? So that's the main qualifications of holding it, and being in Success Club for March, April, and May. That is also, it's already a non-negotiable for us, but we're just including it as part of the group to make it extra clear, I guess. And I guess you guys might be wondering, okay, what is the prize, and what do I have to do to get in this group? So the last date to be in and do your buy-in to get into the group is on Sunday, March 20th, okay, by midnight. And the buy-in is going to be $35. So if you think about it, if we have 20 coaches buying in for $35, the pot's going to be for all of that. And I can't do math in my head right now. What did it end up being, Erin? $500 or something?
$700.
There you go. So
$700, you guys. What?
So that's your buy-in, right? The $35. Now, whether you're motivated, you're oh shoot, I guess I have to do this now. It's kind of like when we buy our programs, right? And we're oh, well, I spent money on 21 Day Fix. I guess I should do it. You know, like I don't want to waste that money. And then you get awesome results and then it's totally worth it. So this is kind of the same thing. If you don't want to, you know, waste that $35, you're going to work. And then, you know, the chance of winning $700, or even if you split it with someone, $350 or, you know, whatever, that's a lot of money. Like, that's going to be awesome too. And then on top of it all, there's going to be so much opportunity for not only you to hit Diamond okay, but if you have coaches underneath you, them to be pushing Diamond with you. And that is totally possible. Like, there's no rule that says that you can't surpass your coach, guys. There's no rule that says that. So don't let that stop you. Kat is a perfect example, okay? She pushes like crazy, and she and I were in the same Diamond push group, and I think she hit Diamond just a week after me. And she's my coach that I had been coaching for X amount of months before her, and she's just taken off with it because she realizes the opportunity. So make sure that you pass this down to your coaches also, because having them push with you is really, really exciting, because you're helping them get happy and build their business while your business is building, and you know, your best friend's business is building across the way. And it's just a magical, like, motivational storm in your life that is fantastic. So I guess, are there any questions about how this works? Unmute yourself or raise your hand and Erin will unmute you. Okay.
Jonathan, did you have something? Go for it.
Yeah, so this is backing up a little bit. I've seen it, but can you explain Diamond, exactly what Diamond is?
Perfect. So Diamond, what it means to be Diamond on paper is you have 4 coaches on your left leg and 4 coaches on your right leg, personally sponsored coaches, okay? And then of those 4 on either side, one of them on each side needs to be an Emerald. Active coaches, that's right, Kat, active coaches. So if someone's not getting their Shakeology or something and they're no longer active, they don't count. So 4 active each side, and of those 4, 1 on each side needs to be an Emerald.
And those can be discount coaches. So
they do not necessarily have to be working the business, as we say. The other requirement is you need to have 100 PV. So PV is your personal volume, and if you don't know, when you get Shakeology Home Direct, when you get your Shakeology, that's 90 PV per month. That counts. And then any customer that you have, so any customer you've sold anything to, those orders count as PV as well. So that's how you kind of increase from the 90 to 100. Or you buy something else for yourself to get you to 100. But it's per 5-week period is how you calculate your PV. So if you ever want to know what your PV is, go to the Coach Online Office and look on the left, and it'll say projected PV. That's the projected amount that you would qualify for that next Thursday. And that has to be over 100. So that's on paper. That's what Diamond is.
All right.
And we'll go over that, I guess, probably in more detail, or like really spell it out again, just to remind everyone in the group. We'll also go over like what to look for to make sure you're keeping it, because there's lots of sneaky ways that you might lose it and you don't realize it. Like someone might become inactive and you may not realize it. So we'll talk about how to protect it and make sure that you keep it. So we'll be teaching a little bit about that to make sure that everyone knows what it is they're actually gunning for. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Thanks. So, so Emerald, it's 50 PV, right? So it jumps up to 100 for Diamond?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
Okay.
Just to kind of address, Carolina had posted, if you're nowhere near Diamond, can you still join? Absolutely. This group is for everybody, because even if you just signed up to be a coach yesterday, you can still hit Diamond. by that deadline. Absolutely, you can still hit diamond. There's nothing holding you back from getting your piece of that pot of money. Seriously. Like, I've seen people hit diamond like in weeks. It's a mindset. And that's, I think the biggest thing for this is like, everybody on this call can achieve this and everybody on this call can get that back. It's just, we have to commit to it. I think we've probably heard on team calls before, or I've heard it a lot in personal development, like in Beachbody, there's no investment to be a coach. There's absolutely, you own this business and there was no investment in the business part of it. You got Shakeology and a challenge pack, which was really just an investment in your own health. You didn't have to pay $500 to open your doors for this business. And so sometimes I think we take it for granted. Like, we're not losing out if we don't work our business, right? If you opened a restaurant and you spent $20,000, well, it would cost more than $20,000. I don't even know how much that costs. A crap ton of money, okay, to open a restaurant, and you had a rough first month. Would you just give up? No, because you've invested that money. You put skin in the game. And so I think like the reason this worked for me too, of like just getting myself motivated to do more, is it forced me to be like, okay, no, I want this and I'm going to take this seriously. And now I invested something into my business, and you can earn that back like super easily. But it's like a way to prove to yourself that you're real about this and you're like going to work for it. Because I mean, if you don't work your business, you're not like losing money on a restaurant. I mean, you're missing out on an incredible opportunity, but so this forces you to kind of take that a little bit more seriously for your own benefit. And all of the money, just to kind of clarify, because the first time I was in one of these groups, I kind of got confused, but all of the money that goes into the pot, like, we're us leaders, we're not taking any of that. Like, all of that money is getting divided up by the winners. So like 100% of that money you guys put in goes toward whoever claims it by winning. Like, we're not running like a side deal. Promise.
We're not taking a cut. So Carolina, you asked how to pay. PayPal is the easiest way. And, I have to talk with Aaron and Kat about this, for us to determine who's going to do it. Brad offered, but he's going to be gone. I mean, we're all gone, but like, he's gone right now. So I don't know. We just need to agree on who's going to be the person to collect it all. But PayPal is going to be like the way to do it. And it's easy to set up an account if you don't have one. Yeah. So if you want to message one of the four of us, announce it on Reach Nation, I don't care. But then also, like, we'll have a post to say how to pay, and you need to be bought in by Sunday the 20th. So the day before we start. Okay. Okay, so what other questions do we have? I feel like we must have more, or like maybe you just want to know more about our experience with it.
Well, I can piggyback off of what Carolina was asking about, like joining, even though like you're nowhere near close to hitting diamond, because I was in that boat too. I signed up for the Diamond Challenge with Laura. I don't even remember when it was, but I was like pretty new and I didn't know what a diamond was at all. I don't want to say I probably had no business being in that group, but I definitely could have waited another round. But I am so glad that I didn't, because even though I didn't hit diamond and I didn't win my share of the pot, I still grew my business. So even if you don't win the pot, you can still grow this business at an exponentially faster rate than if you don't, participate in this group. So that's why I urge everyone to, sign up and to just go for it, because you don't know what you can accomplish with it. Whether or not you hit diamond, you're still growing your business by doing these actions. So I super highly recommend it.
Yeah, you're growing your business, and that means you're growing your income too. So it kind of will pay for itself. Like if you're struggling to hit Success Club, or like just to stay accountable with things, imagine hitting Success Club for 3 months straight. Like our commission from one challenge pack is $40 minimum. That's more than you're buying. So it really will end up paying for itself, I promise. So yes, Steph, and like Kat said, she was a new coach. She absolutely had business being there because she was just like, I want it. I want to hit diamond. Well, okay then, like, let's do this. It's just kind of what it was. But that's the mentality that you have to have. That's the mindset. That is this something that you want? Is the pay raise something that you want? And don't for a second think, well, I can't run my own team yet. Like I don't know what I'm doing. The team is us right now, guys. Like I just want to encourage you to understand that the training, it's already set up for you. The mentors, we're here every single Wednesday. If you have an upline coach that maybe isn't that like involved with you, but someone above them is, talk to them. Whatever it is to get you up and running, that's what it takes. Like, we're going to be here to help you. And I guess the main idea is no one knows really what they're doing when they start out. I had no idea what I was doing when I started out coaching. I didn't post on Facebook. I hadn't worked out in ages. Like I had no idea what I was doing. All I knew is that I wanted to make it work. And now I feel way more comfortable with myself and talking to you guys and running calls. It happens just with practice, and it happens from being here for a little while. But just because you're not there now doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be diamond or you couldn't run your own team. When you have people going through this journey with you, you will just automatically start to feel like, yeah, like I'm kind of building my own team now. But it's our whole community. Like that's what I like to think of our team as. Like all the coaches on here, like some of you are not in my downline per se, but I still feel like you're part of my team because I see your faces every week. So don't let that for a second deter you from doing this either. It really is just about you living up to your potential. Yes, Kat.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Besides the mindset of you like deciding that this was going to happen, what kind of things changed for you guys? Like what behaviors, what basically made you make it happen? And can you kind of explain, besides like the pay raise and the rank advancement, what benefits there is to being diamond, especially for kind of newer coaches of like, why should I even be diamond? I know Brad says like that's when the fun begins, but kind of explain what that means.
Sure. So I can start out and, Kat and Aaron jump in when you feel like you need to. But technically, like what happens when you become diamond, along with just you're building a team, you're getting more team volume, your team cycle bonus goes up too. It gets maxed out at $18 a cycle. And I know that doesn't really sound like much, but trust me, it adds up. And when that goes through every week, because you have all of a sudden you have a team producing team volume beneath you, it's really fun to watch. So that's why I think Brad says it's like, that's when the fun happens, because you see your volume start to grow. So that's definitely a perk. Other perks are leadership events that, Brad or eventually myself or, Brad's upline, Jesse, like there's these events that they open up only to diamond coaches. So that's also a big benefit, because that was something that really blew my mind when I got to go to Brad's upline's retreat. And that was part of my wanting to hit diamond too, because I wanted to go to that, and you had to be diamond to go. So I just decided that that's what I was going to do. So that's a big perk. Also being recognized on stage at Summit. That's really fun. And that's kind of the pro of us starting this group a little bit earlier than that happened last year, because when I hit Diamond, it was a week before Summit, but Summit needs like a couple weeks to actually finalize their list so they know who they're going to announce and get medals for everybody. And so I wasn't actually recognized because I missed the cutoff date for the recognition, but you guys are going to be in it if we do this push. So that one's really fun too. Erin, can you think of anything else?
I think like we've talked about mentality. Like Diamond is the start of your business. Like it really is. It's the starting point, and it's easy to get there. Like Diamond is easy. And in my head, I did not understand that my first year. Like I blew it up to be this really big thing, and I felt like I was never going to hit it. And then once I like made up my mind and I actually just started doing the 3 vital behaviors, like personal development that I didn't do for a long time, and do it. But it like Diamond is not hard, and it doesn't have to be hard. And so like that's the starting point. Like everything Laura said is true. Like that's why it's fun, because you start getting a team and you're like, oh, I can do this. Like that wasn't that hard. And then it like inspires you and motivates you to keep pushing. And then like everything just takes off from that point. Like when I hit Diamond, like my team quadrupled, my income quadrupled, like everything just took off, and it was so fun because now I have coaches to work with and I get to change their lives with the financial opportunity. And like just so much, there's so many benefits to being Diamond. And I think a part of it obviously is financial. Part of it is like it makes the business a lot more fun, and a mindset. Like you grow confidence and you start believing in yourself and in your business a lot more. And you realize like anybody can do this. This really isn't that hard. You just have to do it. Like, I don't know. I think that's a whole different aspect of like, it's not something you can count or look at, but it's something you feel like. Laura, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it's definitely something that you feel. Not only, I mean, even if it's just pride in yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's like one of the biggest things you can get from turning Diamond is like that belief. Like it revitalizes you, and you're like, oh yeah, like we're doing this.
Yeah, and I know that, so I kind of believe this a little bit when I first started. When Brad or Erin or myself or Kat, when we say Diamond is easy, you might be thinking you're freaking crazy. Like, sure, it's easy because you've been doing this for forever. Sure, it's easy because you've already done it. We don't say that to like brag or, I don't know, try to like fool you. The thing is because we all went through this push group before, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, I'm a Diamond. And, you know, when you've thought about hitting it for months and months, and like, if you are one of those people, and then if you're just now starting, just know that you can hit it in a month. Like you can start right now and hit it in a month. It is 8 people on your team, and 2 of those people wanting to get Shakeology for free. That's what it is. Like it's like the smallest group fitness class you can think of. Like everyone knows people that wants to do group fitness classes. Just, you know, ask them to do your own group fitness class, but it's online. It's just really that simple when you break it down, and that's what this group is meant to show you, that once you go through the group, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that was simple. I was just focusing on like hitting these things every week, and then all of a sudden, like, look at all these people beneath me. So we don't say that to demean like your thoughts of how hard it is. Like that's not what we're saying. It's just that after going through it and going through the struggle, we're trying to give you our lessons learned so that you don't have to go through that struggle at the beginning. Like you can just be there, and that's what this is going to show you.
Yeah, for real. Because that was I wasted so much time like turning it into this big, hard thing in my head, and I could have grown my business a lot more quickly. Exactly. Like everything Laura said. We want you guys to make it quicker than we did. We want you to learn from our mistakes so that it isn't as hard or like time consuming as like we let it be, or specifically I let it be. I want you guys to succeed sooner. And like that Laura came up with this idea for this group, and I'm so excited about it because like it made a big difference. And we want you guys to be successful. We want your businesses to take off. And we know from our experience that it is more simple than it seems like. And so this is an amazing opportunity to like make it happen and make it more simple than like we build it up in our heads. Like if you're in this group and you follow those vital behaviors and you just do what, you know, we tell you to do, like Laura said, the byproduct is your diamond, and you're like, oh, what just happened? Like, that really wasn't that hard. And then you're like, you're right. But I was there. I always thought it was so hard to do at first. And then I did it. And I like surprised myself. So you guys can too. And I'm so excited. These groups are awesome and they're so fun. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see people like popping diamond. We're going to have so many people like blowing up. And I can't wait to watch you guys and like how this is going to change your lives, and your paychecks are going to go up, and like getting your why, like, oh my gosh, I'm getting giddy. See?
Erin needs to take a breath.
This is the fun part of coaching when we have teams and we get to watch you guys succeed. Like this is the fun part about being diamond that I was talking about.
It is true. I think I was more excited when Kat hit diamond than when I hit diamond myself. Like that was just the coolest thing.
Yep.
Very true. So we're not joking that we're really excited for you guys. So Lauren, we went through like a really long tangent after you asked a question. I don't even remember if we answered all of your questions. So I hope we did.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. My first question was that what kind of changed for you guys when you made that mindset? Like you just ran with like your invites, or like anything majorly change, or what you would do basically?
You know, for me, I got a little competitive with it. So we're probably going to set up a spreadsheet, like a Google Docs or something, where you can go in and update like where you're at basically. And it's really fun because there were people in this group that I didn't even know. And it was like week 2 and I hadn't done anything. So I was still like really not pushing myself like I should have been. And then I saw like all these people that had almost all their spots filled like in 2 weeks. And I was like, what the heck? Like, wait, like they're almost done and this group is only halfway over? Like, wait, what am I missing? So I kind of got competitive, like that's just me. And so the only thing it did for me was it made me be more accountable in getting my 3 vital behaviors in, inviting more people, starting more conversations, doing my workouts. And then I was getting super pumped about my workouts and feeling great. And then that came through when I was talking to people about it. They could just feel that too. And honestly, that made the biggest difference. So the accountability within the group, Caroline asked if it's similar to Live Power Hour. It won't be live. The team will still be holding those, but it won't be like a live thing in the group. It's just more going to be like, I might randomly call you out, Carolina, and ask you produce the 5 names of invites that you did today. Or I don't know, we'll come up with something fun or something to keep you guys on your toes. But, any questions that you guys have, masterminds, like if you have this issue that you're like, I just don't know how to talk to this person, we can help each other out. It's just really going to be a great kind of camaraderie. And for me, it was competition. And that, all of that combined, so once you start doing your 3 vital behaviors consistently, and once you're, in the groove of things, it just glows out of you. Like I didn't really feel like I was doing anything particularly different, but all of a sudden I was just, it was like all these people that I was talking to, they were interested, and I didn't really understand it, but I was happy with it. You know, it starts to like come out of you, and your excitement grows. And like, that's like the thing that this, for me, like really drew out of me, this group in particular. So I know we said this was going to be a short call, but Erin and I got way too excited. Is there any other questions? Like, show of hands right now, who's joining the group with us? Oh, Kat's got 2 hands. Ashley, Jonathan. I'm calling you guys out. Carolina, Sarah, Lauren, Erica, there's that hand. And then we've got some faces in here that I can't see. You're on phone calls, and I'm going to just assume you're raising your hand. But again, yeah, we'll announce this on the team page, and we'll kind of break down the info about it again. And oh, yeah.
I have something to add. So that little phone at the bottom, that was Brad. He hopped on. And so he texted me and wanted me to tell you, Laura, how proud he is of you for coming up with this idea and getting this set up. And so he's super excited, and like your leadership, you can't see the screen, but that's what he said. He's very proud of you, and he's super excited, like I am. Okay. Nerdy Erin coming out. You're muted, Laura.
That's cool. Okay. Make sure you share this with your coaches too. Thanks, Brad, by the way. Anyone else have anything to add before we hop off?
I have one final thing. Even though some of us leaders are going to be gone this next week on our cruise, do not check out. Do not check out. Do not check out. Because I know last year when Brad was gone, and a few of us, like Laura and I think kind of tried to like run things, but so many people fell off the wagon and let their businesses like bottom out, because it was easy to do because Brad wasn't there like checking on things. This isn't Brad's business. This is your business. And whether if I'm your coach and I'm gone, or Laura, whoever, whatever, if we're gone, just because we're not on the team page, this is your business. Don't drop your own business, because when we get back on the 20th, and then you have to like bust ass to hit Success Club the last week, and you're all stressed and you're going to regret it. So just because we're not there in the team page every day, we are still there in spirit, and like, you'll regret it so much. So stick in there, hang in there, even if we're not there. I just wanted to throw that out there because I know that was a huge struggle for a lot of people last year while Brad was gone. And there's a few more of us going to be gone this year, but still do your vital behaviors and your power hours every day, and still contribute to the team page and check in and keep each other accountable and give each other some extra support while we're gone.
Fantastic point. Band together, guys. So important. And it makes this fun. Okay. Thanks, guys, for being on here. And again, we'll summarize all this on the team page, and can't wait to start. So,
have a great night, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.